2 a.m. While the rest of the city sleeps, Captain Ray and his crew are already running for the deep water reef.
3 new reef marks from the satellite survey. One of them sits at 320 feet on a ledge nobody has fished this season. The bioluminescence in the bow wave, plankton lit up like blue fire. You only see this 30 miles from shore. Fresh frozen squid from the Yucatan. Cut it thick, red snapper want a mouthful, not a nibble. 7/0 circle hooks on 80-pound fluoro. That's the combination that's put more snapper in the boat than anything else. The electronics don't lie. That side scan sonar will show us the structure 20 minutes before we get there. 40 minutes out. The stars are still out. The sun hasn't decided to show up yet. Cigar minnows, squid, bonito belly, and jigs as backup. Red snapper can be picky, we brought everything. He's circling the mark, reading the current, the tide, the wind. The first drop position matters more than anything. There they are. Look at that screen. That is the thickest snapper mark I have seen in 3 years of fishing this reef.
Anchor in, chain out to 6-to-1 scope. That anchor is biting into the sand ledge right now.
She's holding. We're 50 feet up tide of the school. The current will carry bait right to them. First drops of the day. 5 lines hitting the reef zone in 3, 2, 1. 20 seconds. The bait hadn't even reached bottom and that rod is loaded up.
Whoa, fish on, grab it! Get it, hold on! Monster, it's a real scrape!
That fish is heading back to the bottom. Let it run. You can't horse a big snapper. Let the rod do the work.
Fish on! Double! First man's still fighting it as it's rod on! Smart! Go get it! Come on. I'm on it! Hold your heart! Scott! Got mine! Fighter! This one's a fighter! Keep the pressure on! I'm getting there! It's a big one!
There she is. Look at that color. That deep red only comes from fish that live on the reef. That is a reef snapper. 19 inches, 12 pounds. First keeper of the morning, and the school hadn't stopped biting. Unhook, rebait, redrop, 4 seconds. That level of efficiency is what fills a cooler. The underwater camera shows what we can't see from above. They're racing each other to get to the bait first. Rod tip up, pump and wind. Don't muscle it. You're fighting me a fish 300 feet down, not arm wrestling your buddy. 8 fish in the first 20 minutes. The school hasn't moved, the bite hasn't slowed. We are absolutely on them. That's why we use circle hooks. You don't strike, you just reel until you feel the weight and let the hook do its job. That fish is fighting different from the others. Watch how that rod loads. There's something special on the other end. Whoa, man! Look at the size of that fish. That is an 18-pound red snapper. That is a fish of a lifetime for most anglers. 18.4 pounds, his personal best by 5 pounds. That fish is going on the wall and in the cooler. He bought a replica. Slow pitch jigging. It's catching on in the deep water snapper game. Watch how he works that jig. Crushed on the fall. That's what the jig does. When it falls and flutters, the snapper can't help themselves. Rotate. Copy. Taking 5. A big snapper came in and stole the bait without touching the hook. Bigger bait chunk goes on. From above, you can see it. 6 crew, 6 rods, fish on every one. This is a red snapper bite at its absolute peak. 42 years commercial fishing, and Donnie still grins like a kid when that rod loads up. That's the ocean. Everything is eating something else all the time. Proper icing is a skill. Layer the fish belly down, ice between every layer. That fish stays market fresh for 4 days. 10 a.m. Sun's getting hot. They've been fishing since before sunrise. Nobody has even thought about stopping. Conditions are terrible. Barely any bites all day. The The other boats are struggling today. Our secret is a GPS coordinate nobody else has, and it's staying that way.
Come on, reel it in!
The reel handle just snapped off. He is palm spooling that reel to land a 12-pound snapper. Unbelievable.
Foul in the float line! Cut it or free it! You have 10 seconds before that big fish breaks you off!
That fish is 250 pounds if it's an ounce.
He's learned that boats mean free food. This reef's Goliath has been living here for 40 years. He was here before any of us. Dolphins found us, a pod of 8 Atlantic bottlenose. The snapper bite doesn't always stop for dolphins. Let's see. And there it is. The dolphins went deep, and every snapper in the school went dark. They know what dolphins mean.
15 minutes. The dolphins will move on. School will reactivate. You can't rush the ocean.
Dolphins are gone, snapper are back. Every rod at once.
Squall line building 40 miles out. Radar says we've got 90 minutes before we need to make a call.
60-minute fish, maximum effort. Every second counts now.
Over on the rail! Keep it moving! Got it! Next one up! Free throw, go! Line's ready! Coming in hot! Watch out! That fish almost pulled him over the side! Ah! Has a hold of his jacket! Don't let go! I got you! I don't know!
Running under the boat to the anchor chain, the captain is steering that fish with the rod tip over the bow pulpit.
Heading for the chain! I've got it! Hook on! One stern break!
23 pounds! That is a 23-pound red snapper, the biggest fish this boat has ever put in the cooler.
Storm is moving faster than a radar. Lines up! Al, we are not debating this. Reel in fast! We're packing up!
Cooler's latched, gear going low.
Engine fire splice and add. Out clear!
Windlass bringing up 60 feet of chain and building seas.
One man on the chain, don't let it jump the windlass. Full throttle for home, 32 miles.
The sea is building behind us.
We've got the following sea pushing us back.
Waves are getting bigger.
Hold on tight!
Surfing it, following sea pushing us home at 30 knots. Fastest the Sea Predator has ever made this run.
Beam C, grab something!
Temperature normal, oil pressure normal, both engines singing perfectly. The Sea Predator is a well-maintained machine.
The inlet, protection from the ocean. The moment you enter the jetty channel, the whole crew breathes.
Post-storm check. One rod tip, one cooler latch.
For the seas we came through, that's basically perfect. Wow, look at the size of those red snapper.
Incredible haul, perfectly iced. Fresh as it gets. A real, what a catch!
40, 60, 80 pounds. The chalkboard total keeps climbing. Captain Ray is doing math in his head. 288 pounds of red snapper in one tide window in building weather. Remarkable. The money shot. The dock photo goes on the wall, gets posted online, gets framed for the bunkhouse. Red gills, clear eyes, firm flesh. This buyer has been buying from Captain Ray for 9 years. He knows what quality looks like. Some captains process at the dock. Captain Ray installed a full processing station on board. Fish never sit unprocessed. Watch the knife path. Behind the pectoral fin, follow the backbone to the tail, ribcage glide. 2 fillets in 45 seconds.
15-degree blade angle, one steady pull, skin comes off clean. That's a skill that takes years to develop.
Each fillet gets a 30-second quality check. Bloodline removed, pin bones checked, any imperfection addressed.
That cross-section tells the story. Crystal white, fine grain, translucent at the edges. This is sashimi-grade fish.
8-ounce portions for restaurant buyers, 6-ounce for retail packs, whole fillets for wholesale. 3 product lines from 1 fish. Commercial vacuum sealer removes 99.9% of air. That fillet will look exactly like this when the chef opens it 3 months from now. Every package has GPS coordinates of where that fish was caught. That's where your seafood traceability certification comes from. Blast freezer at -40. That fish goes from ocean temperature to frozen solid in under 40 minutes. That preserves the cell structure. -22 degrees in the hold. From the moment it leaves the water, this fish never sees above 38 degrees. Whole fish command a premium in Asian seafood markets. Scaling, gutting, cavity ice, a completely different product stream. Every carcass and head goes to a fish stock company. They pay by the pound, 0 waste, and an extra revenue stream.
Red snapper roe, a rare find and a commercial delicacy. Those eggs go in a separate chilled container at premium price.
The cheeks and collar, the most flavorful meat on any snapper. These never go to market. These are for the crew.
1 fish with a grade fault goes in the discard. No compromises. 1 bad fish in a buyer's order costs you the relationship.
30 pounds of fillet per hour per person. 3 filleters, 90 pounds of premium fillet per hour. The math of commercial fishing. This box of fillets will be in a restaurant walk-in tomorrow morning. Tonight it's still on the boat that caught them. Real-time inventory on a waterproof tablet. He knows the market price per pound, the total weight, and today's gross revenue right now. The crew's reward after processing: grilled snapper collars on the dock. The sweetest meat in the sea.
All right, come and get it.
No restaurant in the world serves it fresher than this. Caught 6 hours ago, grilled 5 minutes ago, eaten right now.
Best part of the day, right here. You said it, pass the sauce. Don't forget to hydrate, boys.
That flake, that steam, that's why people pay restaurant prices for red snapper. It's simply the finest eating fish in the Gulf. Clean boat, clean fish, clean operation. The care you show your boat is the care you show your product. He does this after every trip. A real failure during a fish cost you that fish. The trip is over. The prep for the next trip starts immediately.
This crew market price for snapper about tomorrow's fish.
Some of the best red snapper fishing happens after dark when the big fish move off the structure to feed on bait fish. At night, you can't see the rod tip clearly. You feel the bite through your hands before you see anything. In artificial light, the red snapper looks almost dark. It's only in natural sunlight you see that spectacular crimson. Flying fish, they use the boat's deck lights to orient at night. This one got a little too curious.
Oh, easy now, back you go.
Bull shark, 8-footer, maybe 10. He can smell the fish we've been catching. Crew gives him respect, but doesn't stop fishing. In 3 hours of night fishing, they added 40 more pounds to the total. The night bite delivered. 2:30 a.m., night fish done, anchor up, running home in the dark. This crew has made this run 1,000 times. There is a specific kind of peace in running a boat home in the small hours. The ocean feels like yours alone. Marina at 3 a.m., the most peaceful place in the world and the busiest job in the world at the same time. 4 hours until the next departure. Grab what sleep you can. The snapper will be there again tomorrow. He's been doing this final walk around alone for 31 years. He never skips it, not once. 5 hours, Captain Ray got 4. This is the life he chose, and he'd choose it again every morning.
The data says the bite window opens at 7:15 this morning and closes at 10:30. 3 hours to make it count. Electric reels on the deeper structure today. 350 feet of water where the biggest snapper in the Gulf live.
Electric reels change deep water snapper fishing completely. 350 feet, that's not a rod you pump by hand all day. Fish on at 347 feet, press retrieve. The electric reel fights the depth, you manage the direction and the net. The deeper fish are always bigger. 350 feet produces snapper you simply don't see at 200.
The depth affects the color. The 350-foot fish is that deep crimson. The 200-foot fish is pinker. Same species, different world. Fascinating how it works.
That's the cooler full. Every slot, every pound. Trip limit hit, not a single fish wasted.
Limit out! Whoa, wait!
That's what a limit out looks like. Not every trip ends this way. Today's crew earned it.
Quiet down, time to pay the rent.
Captain Ray always does this at limit out. He calls it paying the rent to the reef. 30 miles to go. Every cooler full, sun ahead of us.
This is what success smells like. Diesel and salt and snapper. The marina entrance at sunset. The best sight in commercial fishing, no matter how many times you've seen it.
Line's ready. Throw 'em over. Got it. Secure it now.
10 a.m. the following morning, Chef Martinez receives 50 pounds of red snapper fillet from yesterday's trip. Red snapper sashimi, it requires the absolute freshest, cleanest fish. Yesterday's reef fish qualifies perfectly. Citrus-cured red snapper ceviche. The acid cooks the fish chemically. You need fish this fresh for ceviche. Nothing else works. Whole roasted red snapper. The way it's been cooked in coastal communities for centuries. Some things don't need improving. Table 14 ordered the red snapper. 28 hours ago, that fish was at 320 feet on the reef. Tonight, it's haute cuisine. That's why Captain Ray leaves the dock at 2 a.m. That's the entire chain of purpose. The Gulf of Mexico red snapper is a conservation success story. Strict limits since 1990 brought it back from the edge.
Okay, tag is in. Let's get the length.
Recording 45.2 centimeters.
That right there, that scream, that's how this crew started. Every single one of them. A fish, a rod, a feeling that never leaves.
After a trip like this, dinner is on the captain. Every trip ends the same way, together at a table, eating what they caught. The sea predator turns for the reef again, as she always has, as she always will. The red snapper are waiting.
Wild red snapper, the Gulf of Mexico, the crew of the sea predator, and the reef that connects them all, 300 feet straight down.